I rebuke you. I rebuke. I rebuke you. I rebuke. I rebuke you. I rebuke. I rebuke you. I rebuke.
Okay, you can rebuke it all, but it's a very practical process with 49% of the population. And relationships are reflective. You reflect and draw the kind of men that you reflect. You draw what you are. So if your interactions are chaotic with men,
I rebuke.
about your rebuking, the clock counts for everybody.
That
Kick rocks, bitch.
They like the chaos.
They like the chaos. So when you're able to
the chaos,
let that chaos reign with,
the chaos,
let that chaos reign with,
the chaos,
let that chaos reign with.
Yes. Welcome, guys, here to a special broadcast, a long overdue broadcast that I did promise myself, but now we're here. But before we begin, I would like everybody to follow me on my many social media links, and they're in the description. I'll give you the social media links in the description. You can follow me on Twitter at ChaosRain7. You can add me as a friend on Facebook, Eric Rain on Facebook. You could join my Discord service. Also follow me on Rumble, CRain23 on Rumble. Join my Discord service again. And last but not least, become a member of the Chaos Rain Show. Those links to follow me. And a side note, I have revamped my Discord. So for those that join Discord now, you will get access to certain links and things that you can communicate with me on my end, etc. And that's pretty much it. I can't go in more detail of Discord, but it is what it is. All right. No further ado, the title for today's stream. A confession reveals white men's intentions with the black bitch. Oh, actually, black woman in general. Make sure as you're watching this to give this video a like. And if you're not subscribed to the Chaos Rain Show, wait for it. Subscribe to the channel. I'll look at the chat room periodically from time to time, but there's no guarantee. But other than that, if you do have like an actual question that really wants my attention, put it in the super chat like always. And let me check now on my links right now before I begin, because there's some things I gotta make sure that's here. And like I said, my Discord is popping right now. And matter of fact, let me erase this. All right. And one other thing, if you don't be so kind to check out some of the other videos I have on this channel, you could check and give comment and feedback to some of the content, because feedback is always a necessity. It's important. But how I know how things are without your feedback, right, or good or bad, all feedback is needed for examination. So please don't be hesitant. Leave a comment. Let me see. Is everything else on here? Make sure, because I'm missing some things. I'm putting that there. And is my sound good to anybody? Let me know now in chat room before I begin. Give me a 1 if my sound is perfect. All right. Let me check my other end because no one's gonna respond. All right. It looks like my sound's good. Yeah, it looks like we all said. All right. All right, so no further ado, let's begin. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run a snippet, and then I'm going to go into the heart of the matter of more into this revealing information. Now, for people that are not aware of, interracial mingling has been going around the West for some time now. I think now for the last decade, it has slowly started to have an uptick between black men and black women dating out, roughly. But that's not the premise of this conversation, regardless what black men do, because we all know black men at the end of the day, when he wants a wife or he seeks a wife, he knows where to find or go to get these wives. Is finding a wife from his counterpart is very challenging, if I do say so myself. So no further ado, let me run this video here and give commentary, and I'm going to go more into detail of more information. Oh, and I forgot, there was one thing with Ebony K. Williams when she went detail of the many men that she has entertained throughout her youth, when she was a young adult to older adult now, and her 40, about to be 42 this year, that she always told and said herself out of mouth when she talked to Eli Van Zam, that she has done it all. And literally, she has done it all. She slept with all ethnic groups of men. And a lot of men are getting their feelings. I'm not, because she already admit and confess that she has done it all. So anything she say from that point is null and void to me, personally. So let's further go. Let's go. Listen carefully.
Outside of meeting white men while enjoying my city's nightlife, white men still will try to approach me with their idea of me being their first black woman, not as a girlfriend or a wife. They have thoughts of having sex with me. Many black women before me did not have the option to say no to white men when they viewed them as a sex object. Sarah Bartman in the 19th century was lied to by white Europeans. She was promised an education in Europe and a safe return home to Africa. Sarah Bartman lived the last years of her life being put on display because of her large brown ass and her large brown breasts. She was fondled by the highest paying white customers. Sarah Bartman was forced into prostitution and died in 1815 at the age of 26.
Now, for a woman back in them time that, transitions that early, that tells me they really went through that woman. And I forgot what part of Africa she's from again, but it lets you know there is consequence when you have interracial coupling with other groups of people. Even back then, today is a little bit more different. You can survive it because of technology and penicillin and all that stuff. But there's a known notion that when you interbreed with other people outside the culture, outside the race, your body's immune system has an ill effect or some effects to it, especially the amount of intercourse you have. And in the case of black women at that time, even now, when they intermingle with other groups of men and they know that you women, you absorb and keep it all, you suck everything in you, that you're going to get the bulk of all, disease. That's why you look at why disease is so rampant, not only in America, but outside America where we reside, because too many ladies are open up and busted wide open for other groups of men, raw, unraw. And the effects of it is that they get all forms of disease within time. Because remember, you're having intercourse with not only one man, but other men. Not to say that the man, if he's in the corner or entertaining other women, he could do something too. But really, truly, from the outside looking in, a lot of women are having more sex than men. Let's keep going. And guys, I'm gonna check the likes, see how we're doing likes before I continue. Because the video just started, so let me refresh and make sure we got all the likes up. If you're watching the video, at least be kind, give the video a like. The best thing you can do is like the stream. All right, I see more people like it. Please, if you come in, just like the stream. Likes are free. All right, let's go.
People suspect she died of many sexual diseases the European men gave her. Her genitals were put on display in Paris until 2002. At times when I'm amongst white men, I feel like Sarah Bartman. I feel like their secret obsession with my melanin aids in them looking at me for only pleasure. I truly believe white men believe consciously and subconsciously they own and are entitled to everything. They believe they make the world and black people better. White people feel like they took black people out of dirty and diseased Africa to give us a wonderful life in the USA, and we should thank them. In their feeling of ownership, I notice when they have spoken to me, the thought of being offensive or disrespectful is far from their mind. Being so comfortable around me, some white men have shared with me their real opinion of black women.
Now, it goes in deep in this one. Hold on a second, guys. It's about to go real deep. Listen carefully. Listen carefully.
Many people reading this might say, not all white men are the same. True. The small percentage of white men can meet a black woman and fall head over heels for her. He can possibly love her for her character and not for the excitement of being bare skin to skin with her blackness. I enjoy when white men exercise their freedom of speech with me. I love to allow them to speak on what they think about black women. I like to listen to their experiences of dating black women. Let me add this important information. I have talked to hundreds of white men from all around the world. Many have shared with me how it turns them on to see their white skin on penis moving in and out of a black woman's vagina. I know conversations with the white men.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Now, I've been hearing this talk, and I mean, honestly, this talk, that most European men love and still love darker or really black women from all shades of brown and black, right? I've been hearing that go around loosely, right? Okay. But they're not really telling the real truth. That say they just don't really, it's not just the skin tone they like. They just like to really slide their thing up in you to get a quick release, of lack of better words, like a simple bust. And that's the thing that they desire the most when they're confronted or around black women. And there are some black women, to be honest with you, gentlemen, are very naive of this. They think in their mind that they truly do want to be loved and they're loved by other groups of men. And for God's sake, throughout the history back then, even present day, they always see and thought of black women as the objects, a thing to play with, a sexual thing, some to really to pump and dump and release and sent back to the community amongst the population of black people. And God forsake, a baby doesn't come out of it. But 9/10 of the time, you know, most black women, they don't mind having the mixed child. But I digress. Let's continue. Let's listen more to this.
I have had over the years was centered on sex. They would start the conversation about sex with black women. I would take mental notes. Most white men I have spoken with say they love black women. I wonder to myself if this white man in front of me might have had 1 to 3 marriages. Why were none of his ex-wives black women? He did say he loved black women. Some white men I have spoken with haven't even had a black girlfriend. I have come to realize some white men do not love black women, but they love to have sex with black women. Many white men have viewed black women throughout history and present times good enough to have sex with, but not good enough for a serious commitment. Creating a fantasy and living in it for a moment is good enough.
Wait. I'm going to rewind that back because that could go over a lot of people's head, especially a lot of you ladies. Let's rewind that.
Not good enough for a serious commitment. Women throughout history and present times good enough to have sex with, but not good enough for a serious commitment. Creating a fantasy viewed black women throughout history and present times good enough to have sex with, but not good enough for a serious commitment. Viewed black women throughout history and present times good enough to have sex with, but not good enough for a serious commitment. Viewed black women throughout history and present times good enough to have sex with, but not good enough for a serious commitment.
That's straight out the words of a black woman. And this is not AI. This is off actual written literature. Or actually a written book, actually. To better lay out my claim. Or not really claim, but just to lay out the obvious that this is what they see and view from the experience. And, guys, that a good portion of black women are aware of this. And trust me, they know, they know. But you see, like what Mr. Igmore said, that there was always a hidden secret between white men and black women, and I'm somewhat aware of this, but it kind of sealed in more when I came across the book. Now I'm giving the name of the book later on in the show. Stay tuned. And knowing this now, that that the secret is no longer a secret. It is out in the opening. I mean, think about it. It makes sense why they have a disdain for hate for black men, because they really do want to be Miss N. They are what we like to call a failed white woman, and it hurts them psychologically, not physically, but psychologically. Hold on. And knowing this now, that it's not really a secret now, it's really out open now, because they now express now throughout their own videos. I remember one time there was another video that was floating around that someone now are even doing sex roles, or what they call slave roles, with said Mr. Charlie. Let me play more of this, and then I'm gonna play that part.
Creating a fantasy and living in it for a moment is good enough for them.
All right, and that's the end of that video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hold on, let me see if I can find where I'm at. Let me see. Where is that? Okay, I found the book, the paragraph that I want to continue reading this. But before I do, because I might as well play it. There's a thing about, and I think this is from Shay. Yeah, from Shay. And this one right here was very disturbing. I knew about this thing about last year. We were talking about a lot of women were in these relationships with non-black men, and they want to be calling them master and all this stuff. I thought it was like some joking thing, but when I think about really that they're out here really doing that bad boy, that stupid stuff. And how I know, I'll show you better than what I'm presenting now. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, and these are Mr. Charlie's children really don't like that. There we go.
Speaking on behalf of all white dudes that date black girls, can y'all stop calling us massa? What the do I? You know what you're doing. You know, like, what the am I supposed to say? Y'all be thinking it's funny as laughing here, having the time of your life. Girl, you.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I'm not going further than that. Just give me a little snippet. That's something I might talk about next time. But anyhow, this is one Mr. Charlie. Young dude. I think he's in maybe in his 20s, maybe late teens. Who knows? Because, you know, a lot of them are youngsters nowadays. So they use TikTok especially. And for people to know, TikTok is now available to download again, surprisingly. So I think they might have came to grips or conclusion of someone might have purchased TikTok, which we don't know who's the players because they kept it quiet. But we all know an American company or American set of people bought TikTok. But that's not the purpose of this show. The purpose is the title at hand. So now, let me check what we're doing with the likes. Let me take a look. Cause now I'm going to go into the literature of this bad boy. Got to go in literature. Got to go into literature. And guys, please make sure to like the video. We can get some more likes on here. It'd be good. And I'm just looking at some things. All right. Hold on. That's everything here. I hope I didn't miss anything here. Okay, looks like I got everything, and I'm not missing. Okay, so now the literature part, or the from the words from a black woman herself, explains more detail about this. And trust me, the language might be offensive when I go into the literature of this, but it's all good love. I'll try to keep it as clean as possible, but there's no guarantee. In this further chapter, and this is only a few pages, but I'm just going to read from the lady's mouth about this. Continue on from the video, and it in writing this, she says this: I spoke to a white man in his mid-40s who claimed he had 3 black girlfriends. I had no way to verify if the black ladies were girlfriends or just booty calls. I will give you a better answer. They are booty calls, because when we talk about girlfriend, or they call a black girlfriend, what does that mean, Miss Charlie? Because nowadays, most black women that's, let's say, entertaining interracial relationships, right? They think any relationship they interact with non-black men is doubtful or endowed into a relationship. Undoubtedly, this is a relationship. What I mean. Thus, first, she meets said Charlie. Charlie meets Keisha. Keisha says, okay, what we doing? Nothing. We could hang out. Okay, they hang out. Next thing you know, they have some decent time, good time. After that, we go back to the crib. We go, and we call it a day. And then, lo and behold, we're in a relationship. Ain't that amazing? I tell you, it's that simple. It's not that complicated if you think about it. That's how most women will view it. That's a relationship. They get into it. He goes in. He'll spend some money, or you spend money on him. And thus forth, after the eating and the fun time, next and the final stage is to go back into the household, the apartment or house, pull down them drawers, and get to work. That is what we call seal and deal, or that is, in regards to blackish terms, a relationship. I shit you not. All right. Let me keep reading on for y'all. All right. He also talked about how he loves seeing his white male parts go into brown black women's lady parts. He also told me he would often fantasize about being a slave owner while he would have intercourse with his black girlfriend. As you see the video right there, the young Mr. Charlie, or the young Zaddy, will say best that he doesn't like it, but some of them do, because this is a confession from a woman's mouth, what I'm reading right now to y'all. So this is not word of mouth. This is what I'm reading right now off the pages. All right. What else? All right. Have a slave owner while he would have sex with his black girlfriend. All right. He admits to me one of the black ladies would role play with him. He admit to me one of the black ladies would role play with him. He admits that black women are into that. God damn it. You can't make this up, man.
God damn it. You can't make this shit up. God damn it. You can't make this shit up.
Can't make it up. Can't make it up. I tell you. Moving on. She would pretend she was a slave getting raped by her slave owner, which really means rape, but I'm not use the full term, but you get what I mean. I was very disturbed hearing this. It made me wonder how many other white men think this way. I'll tell you, my good Miss Alexanders, there are many. There are many. Even in the days and rise of MAGA, they gonna be full blown with their red hats while you're butt naked, and he turns you over and claps your cheeks and say, beep, 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 beep. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's keep going. All right, wait a minute. How many times has a white man got on top of me and imagined me as a helpless slave woman under him? God damn it. Well, to ask the question, you would know the answer by reading old slave literature. And even if you're having interracial minglings with them, especially the European man here, Caucasoid, you will know full blown what that really means or what really is going on personally. All right. I have a black lady friend named Keisha. Keisha starts dating a white man. This white man likes to role play. Before I continue, guys, hold on a second. Okay, I'm just checking something right now. 1 second, guys. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? 1 second, guys. If I missed something here. All right. All right, let's continue. Where was I? Okay. He was a slave, and he would tell me or tell her, "Yes, master, it's a stranger southern voice." Oh, let me read that again. This white man likes to role play. He was the slave. He would tell her, "Yes, master," in a strange southern voice. "Yes, master. Yes, master. Yes, master." Oh God, it's crazy. He would mimic how black would talk to their white masters. I asked her how it made her feel. She said, "At first, it took me by surprise." No, really, really, really. Now, you were shocked about that? Hold on, really? I got something for that.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
I wouldn't be shocked either, but I was only outsider looking in. All right. At first, it took me by surprise. I was speechless. I didn't know if he was joking or serious. I'll give you the answer. He was dead serious, not even laughing. And if he did laugh, he'll laugh just to chuckle to make you feel at ease. But overall, he was dead serious. I think a lot non-black people watch too much slavery movies. Most of them, they like to watch Roots. I find Roots the more popular slave movie narrative or TV show that white people go back to. That's just me. The first few times I ignore him. Then I thought, fuck it. If his pale white ass wants to know how it feels like to be a slave, I will let him have it. Oh. Oh, she's kinky. Oh gosh, she kinky as hell. She said, "I'm gonna let him have it." Damn, baby, is that easy? Really? I mean, really, is that easy? Shit, that's crazy. I'm speechless, guys. I don't know, man. That's me. Let me go back. Hold on. This. All right, let's go back. I would order him to do things. I asked her if she ever talked to him about why he would want to act like a black slave. She said he didn't do it all the time. So I never asked why he wants to role play. Like, you stupid bitch. You're supposed to ask these questions. My God, man. No wonder if, man, listen. Matter of fact, listen to me, people. Let me make myself bigger. This is the delusions that we find ourselves today in the 21st century. If you're a young black woman or older black woman and you're in an interracial relationship with a non-black man and you don't question why he thinks or do what he does to you, that tells me you don't prioritize where this relationship is or what is this you and him are doing. You just going with the flow because you, by default, want to still be in good grace with Zaddy. Yes, I said you want to be in good grace with that. That's why you don't question it. Because anytime you start opening your mouth and become that Jezebel or that black in his mind, he's going to be turned off and he's going to turn the other way. Or worse, he might put hands on you, roughly. And somebody that reminded me of that episode, I think maybe 2-3 years ago, maybe 2.5-3 years ago, with the Chad Willard situation. And y'all know what I'm talking about, Chad Willard. When Chad Willard he took his hand. He told his black girlfriend, said, kneel in front of me. And she said, what? He said, kneel. And she said, this man took his big hand, his 6'7" frame, muscular self, and gave this black woman the beating of her life. And you see the pictures of her, it like she almost died. Like literally, it was gruesome. He beat this woman like he was beating a man. It was unbelievable. I mean, my God. But I understand why a lot of them don't really ask questions, because they want to still have the access to non-black men while not inferior him where he might do some bodily harm. So let's keep reading. Let's keep going. All right. But yeah, you ladies should be asking these questions. If you're gonna be in these relationships with other groups of men and they have you do little weird what do you call it? Games in the bedroom, it'd be more better. It'd be logical to ask him. It'd be safe to ask. Anyhow, months later, Keisha was still dating this white man. She told me she almost lost it on him. I asked her what happened now. She said, we were in the shower. He loved to wash my back and rinse me off. As he was rinsing me off with the detachable shower hose, he tells me to turn around. I did not think anything of it. I turned around. He told me to turn around again. I felt a little weird, but I turned around again. He had the nerve to tell me this is what they used to do to slaves. Oh, wait. No, I got some of it. I got some evidence. Hold on. I know who's gonna make this better.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up. God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
Man, listen. It is a twisted fantasy to a lot of non-black men to to enact their slave mentality and enact it by access to black people, especially black women, in a big way, especially when it comes to the bedroom or it comes to behind closed doors. This is the mindset, and this is how they act and conduct themselves. Now, a lot of women are going to push back at this because a lot of them might be in these little relationships and say, not mine, Mr. Charlie, all this bullshit. I don't give a fuck what you're saying. Listen, bitch. This is what they're doing intentionally. You're not going to give the real scoop of what your relationship is. Hell, most of y'all women are discreet and happy to the point you use non-black men to flaunt on other men, especially men in your group. So stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah. All right. Let's keep going, man. It's a good book. Okay. I was completely confused. I asked him, "What do you mean?" He explains, "White people would rinse off black slaves before they were being sold." Girl, I almost lost it. I had to leave the shower before I broke his face. He said sorry, but it made me look at him in a different. Oh God, Jesus Christ! No, 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 no. I tell you, people, when I was reading this for the first time, I would sit there with my eyebrows raised up to the roof. I was just laughing after just like really sitting back and thinking about it, like really hard, like really. But this is how they operate and move with a lot of black women that they don't talk about. This is a secret that is not being revealed. I mean, Mr. Igmore just said it best about the secret. There is no secret. The real secret is what they do behind closed doors when they're in these so-called either relationships or close proximity with non-black men. This is what's going on. This is the behavior. This is the nonsense really going on. Like literally. I gotta laugh too. Anyway. Where is it? Okay. Keisha told me a story of the same white man a few weeks after meeting, asking her if she could twerk. My friends told me this without a realization he's stereotyping her because she is a black woman. No squat, really. I told her to ask him, would he have asked a white woman if she could twerk? She never told me if she asked him. My guess is no. Yeah, she not. Listen, ladies. Black women are gonna ask Viva Charlie or Mr. Cartwright these type of questions. And the reason why it will never come to their subconscious thinking or their cranium to ask these questions because the whole intention, the whole end game is to nab you a non-black man by any means necessary. You see the many books that's been written, and I remember when Jay Shine told me this on a previous episode on the Chaos Rain show, and I looked at it and I Googled it, and I'm thinking, my God, he has a point. Most of the books that's out now are written mostly by black women, very few white men, and that's it. You don't see a black man actually come up with a book writing about how to get a non-black man. No, you're not gonna see most black men. A black man will give some hints, but really true, there is no real solid book written by a black man that said how to nab a non-black man. Even that dude that wrote that book is Marriage for White People. That dude did not really devote all his time and energy to write that book, advocating, promoting, and telling black women to go find non-black men if they can get him. If they can get him. And very few black women are going to get those type of men. And that's just the honest truth. And this is the truth that is not being discussed at all. And it's kept on the shh. Feel me? As you guys watching, please like the video. Likes are free. I'm seeing a few likes. I want to get the likes up to maybe 20 or more if possible, because I know people are circling and cycling through the channel. And please support the channel. You know what to do, guys.
I told you.
Where is my money?
Vanny, bring me everyone.
I need my money. I need my money.
What do you mean everyone?
Everyone!
Support channel. Let's keep going. My guess is no. He would have not asked a white woman if she could bend over and shake her butt in the air as for his, or her butt in the air for his entertainment. What makes white men have a leak of sensitivity when speaking to black women is a question mark. To ask a question deserves an answer. White men will say things they would not dare say to a white woman, to a black woman. White men feel like a black woman should feel flattered for their arrogant insult centering on her blackness. That's one. Now I know there are black women out there who say I never, or she said, I have never had a white man insult me in his approach. Some black women do not understand what an insult from a white man is compared to a true compliment. Boom, boom. And you know why? They'll never understand that, because they're delusional. Anything that Mr. Charlie said is gold. The only time it's an insult, and this is going to sound harsh, is when they call you a nigger, a nigga. Anything besides that, interaction between black man, black woman, and white woman, or white man and black woman, is always considered a compliment. Anything he says that's stupid and arrogant, a black woman will look at as compliment. If he says something that might be sexually derogatory, it would be considered a compliment. If he says something about their hair in a certain way, it is derogatory, because they can't distinguish the difference between the compliment and the insult. Is it their fault? Yes, it is. It is your parents' fault, and it's your mother's fault, because if she be around certain non-black men, which she has, she would be very curious to understand the language they're using towards her is in good faith or in some form of insult. Let's continue. We, as black Americans, we're trained that attention from a white person is one of the highest forms of acceptance in the world. Yes, that is true. In my past, working around a lot of white men who had access to black women, I have seen the black women face bright up when they were told they were pretty from a white man. Oh, yes. Oh, they love it with a passion, especially the dark-skinned ones. Let Miss Charlie tell you, see, you look wonderful and beautiful. It's like the whole world has lifted the weight of the world has lifted out of the subconscious and the what they call the less or the lack of self-esteem of the black woman, or the black bitch, for lack of better words, unfortunately. So Mr. Charlie said that you look good or whatever is the greatest compliment a black woman could ever receive from other groups of men. It makes their day go wow. Matter of fact, I'll even go further. They will go as far as they want to pounce on you once they know you said something like that. All right. Hold on, guys. All right, let's keep going. Their compliments made them giggle like a little girl, like a little school girl. Well, like I said, like a girl. I've heard many white men praise a black woman for being different from what the media shows as a stereotypical black woman. Some people might not see anything wrong with a black woman being told it's amazing she doesn't have 3 baby daddies. Oh God damn it. It's, man. Or she's shocked if a black woman reads books. Oh my God. You can't make this stuff up. I'm telling you right now. Can't make it up. Can't make this up.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up! God damn it!
I tell you, they're not playing with y'all, man. They think you dumb. Like literally. Really dumb. Very sad. Hold on. Yeah, let's keep going. Would a white woman get praise for not being trailer park trash, or that her father is not her uncle? Ooh. Okay, you know, a lot of incest going around in their communities. People don't know. White men have very low standards when thinking of a black woman. Oh, this is true. Very true. Their poor views of black women can lead to a white man having less respect for her. I interviewed a black woman in her 40s from the East Coast. She said black women do not get the same respect as other women. I am finding this to be true. I had my white man tell me I'm pretty for a black woman. And right there, that is considered an insult. Where's Kevin? God damn it, where's Kevin at? Yeah, that's an insult right there.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up! God damn it! You can't make this shit up! God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
Can't make it up. Can't make this up. They would tell me I look exotic or ask what I'm mixed with. I do consider myself beautiful on the outside and gorgeous on the inside. In my younger days, if a white man would have asked me if I was mixed, I would have felt honored. Today, when I hear those words direct at me or any other black woman, I feel sad and sick. Today, I can decode their arrogance, which there are a lot of them arrogant. What the white men are really saying is they do not think black women without being mixed with another race are attractive, but I am the exception. Now, let's pause right there. I remember one time, was it on another channel or was it on Clubhouse? There was one stupid Jamaican chick, dumb chick, stupid chick. She would look at herself and think that she's exotic from all other black women here in America. And no, you're the same black bitch like most of them. The problem is you're a dancer. You get on your knees to dance, hop and scots and do throat goat activities and etc. etc. And because certain men might pay attention to you more, they don't view it as anything of exotic or superiority in looks per se. They look at you as another piece of black meat that they must have on the side of the slab, and to be devoured. Nothing more, nothing less. But because some are so stupid, ignorant, they don't understand the language or the code, the intentions of these other groups of men. They're in a place, in a room, or any part of the environment, walking deaf, dumb, and blind. So let's go. Exception. I also have decoded that I have to be mixed with some other race to be pretty, because being just black is not enough. Today, if a white man asks what I am mixed with, he gets educated on my intelligence. He learns very quickly I am not the giggly young black woman who needs his attention. I am woke to be and woken to my blackness, and the reason why he would ask such a question, when I'm given the opportunity to correct ignorant white men, my approach is very classy. At the end of most conversations, the white man usually apologizes and hoping they still have a chance to get my phone number. Black women, that's how, or that's known who they are, and don't stand for the okie doke. Need to educate when the opportunity appears. And note to black women, this is how I respond to a question if I'm mixed when asked by a white man. And listen carefully, ladies, this is for you. And I know most of you ladies I can use this quote because a lot of them will take the word of Miss Charlie's word as gospel. They're going to take it as some true, some to be esteemed, to be praised, etc., etc. Now, bump that. Screw that. You're going to learn this. You're going to get this work. I'll listen carefully. Yes, from what I know, I'm Black, Native American, and French. I am part French because not so long ago, Frenchmen climbed in on top of my many African ancestors and brutally raped them over and over and over and over and over again. That's the response she would give that dude. Church. Most white men have not much else to say to me after that. History is not always pretty. And it sure isn't. History is very wicked if you think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Knowing about what happened in the past still reflects and hurts you today more than ever. Like literally. And the past is always ever changing. For those that don't know. For those that don't know. So let's keep going. Hold on. One second, guys. All right, let's go. If a favorite white man or a standard white man would like to approach a Black woman, just call her beautiful. She knows she is Black. The whole room knows she is Black. For the moment, flattering her or just being an amazing woman, Black women every day in the European standard society are reminded they are Black. Oh yes, they gotta keep drilling your head. And that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. You're that N-word. You're something to be used and abused and toyed with until their heart's desire. Sad, but a true reality. All right. So let me do this. All right, let's go more into this. What's that? White men's fetish. Now this one's a good one. Listen carefully. And before we go, let me check how we doing likes. If I read this one. Let me see where. Let's see what we're doing on likes. All right. I mean, we could do some more likes, but anyway. Wait, who's this? Who's this? I don't know who this is. Anyway, let's go. Hypersexuality of Black men and women started a long time ago. Hypersexuality made sexual abuse towards Blacks easier to be executed by white men and accept within the white culture. The lust white men, let me make this bigger, had for Black women during slavery is just as alive today. Let me read that again. The lust for white men had for Black women during slavery is just as alive as it is today. Of course, today we are not forced to be a white man's belly warmer. I was interviewing a white man in his mid-30s from the East Coast. Chris shares with me he realized in college that if he dates a white woman, she would demand him to court her, which is respectful. Okay, you got give her a good time, make her feel special and stuff, and maybe after that, she might let you in her drawers, my good Mr. Charlie. You play your cards right, she'll open up them walls. She'll spread them legs wide eagle for you, but only if you do what's necessary. Make her feel special. You feel me? But continue on. The young white college girl needed to be shown they were special before they would have sex with Chris. Chris would have to take his female white dates out for dinner and show them a good time, a real good time. Horny young Chris learned something very early in his years in college. He knows if he dates black women, he could sleep with her with little effort. Let me read that again for those that it went over your head a little bit. And this is very important. I'm going to highlight that, because I think that went over your head a little bit. I got you. It says, Chris would have to take his female whites dates out for dinner and show them a good time. Horny young Chris learned something very early in his years in college. He noticed if he dates black women, he could sleep with her with little effort. He learns in college dating, or let's be honest, just ask a woman, a black woman for let's do something for fun. He'll just sit there, take her to a cheap place, mostly McDonald's, KFC, maybe Chick-fil-A, hell, Jolly Bean or Jolly, what do they call it? Jolly Restaurant, what they call it? Jolly Bean, or those little Negro or those little low-end restaurants, fast food restaurants. And after he spends less than $10, maybe 15, and maybe a good 20. After that, he takes his, little thing to the crib, and they about to get the cheeks clapped. And that's what Chris learned during his days in college. Now, we all know college is where a lot of people get a chance to really explore their sexual activity, if you know what I mean. And I'm not sure if Chris is a virgin, but let's say if he was definitely going to lose that by messing around with black women. That's for sure. Let's keep reading. Chris also shares with me he did date a few black women. Some of the women he dated for a few years, but with no real commitment. When I asked him how he could sleep with the same black woman for years and no relationship came out of it, he did not have an answer. I do have an answer. It's because black women are easy. Black women are the objects for the white man's sexual pleasure, a means to a greater end, a means to a more greater end. And by doing so, literally doing so, he knows that he's only in there to get a release. Now, let's go into the deep science of this. How much y'all want to bet that, when white man is engaged in intercourse with Mr. Charlie, how often she asks require a condom? Oh shit. The audacity, man. The audacity, I tell you. And listen, we all know a lot of women, especially women, black women, don't like the condoms. Let's be honest. This is the honest truth. So obviously, he's hitting it raw from the back. He's hitting all them holes, and he's gonna be busting many nuts, and he's gonna have a good time, and he's gonna have that good time all the way throughout his years in college. When it's time for him to graduate and he's out in the world, if he didn't get his white girlfriend in college, he's gonna be that bachelor, that player. Because remember, he learned more of the playing ways by interacting and dealing with black women. So obviously, he's going to be good out here in these environment. So he's getting his rounds. He's getting his touches, for lack of better words. That's what Chris was doing. All right. Let me see what's going on here. All right, let's keep going. An article written by Alpha Hersha, titled "As a Black Woman, I'm Always Fetishized. Racism in the Bedroom," is about the difficulties of dating as a Black woman. A section of the article tells a story of a lady named Yvonne who paid a dating service to help her find a serious partner. Yvonne was a strictly attractive Black woman, impeccably groomed, hair and nails always freshly done. Yeah, you get that junk done. Look fly, you know what I'm saying? Look sharp, look sweet. She always fresh done with a well-paid job in banking. Her shot to that's a section of the article. Her story continues. In the end, the service ends up refunding her money because they told her apologetically they could not find her a date. Not one single match. None of the men on the database were willing to seriously date a Black woman. Some were open to casual romance, but had stated that they would not consider a Black woman a long-term partner. God damn it, that's cold as hell. And this article is back in 2018. God damn it. Many Black women I have spoken to who have tried online dating have shared with me that their inbox gets flooded with white men sending them messages. However, the white men are not seriously looking for a relationship. I will admit I have used online dating service. My story is similar to Yvonne. I had more white men than I can count wanting just casual romance, i.e. pump and dump, cheeks clapping. You get me? I have even gone out on multiple dates with the same white man and asked them the question, "What are you looking for?" I will receive answers like, "I'm looking for something serious," or let me read that. "I am looking for something serious, and let's take it slow," or "let's take things slow," i.e. let's screw a little bit, and after a while, if I'm still attracted to or I'm still want to take it more on a serious with you, I could do so. But until then, baby, you're going to run them draws. That's what he's thinking. That's what he's thinking. That's what he's thinking. And I don't blame him. All right. I have been out with a very pushy to rush into the bedroom, but slow to talk about any real future. Let me read that again. Let's take it slow, or let's see what happens. Many of the white men I have been out with are very pushy to rush into the bedroom, but slow to talk about any real time or real future. Because the whole end game is concubineism. I need to clap them cheeks, bust nuts, keep it pushing, keep it pushing, keep it pushing. Oh, you're not giving me that? All right, let me. I'll talk to there. They're gonna call Lisa. Not if not, they'll call what's the name? I'm like, there's Keisha, there's Stacy, I think Shambika or Shambika, whatever they call her. He'll call the next black chick that's on his phone on his roster to get a quick nut. That's how it be, man. No time to waste. You're not opening up your legs? Okay. All right, good. Let me go find somebody else. And that's the fear a lot of black women can't deal with. I'm saying that if she don't opens up to Mr. Charlie, the chance of him staying around and probably give her some more than just, some action are very non-void. Once they deny Mr. Charlie the sex. Okay. Alpha Hirosha, or Afuya Hershey, writes about her personal experience with white men. She writes, I remember this suspicious as a teenager, feeling that white boys and men, for whom I was often the first black woman they had ever met, did not see me, but whenever it was that they were projecting onto my blackness, I was exotic, freaky, strong, supernatural, etc. That's weird. Afua Asha doesn't only write about her experience as a black woman living in Europe, she shines as a light on the mistreatment of black female immigrants in the UK. Afua Hershey continues to write, it's an experience that was transcended generations. Women who arrived in Britain as part of the Windrush generation of Caribbean migrants recruiting by the government to work in the public sector after the war were met with hurtful sexual expectations. From the same article, Barbara McLeod said, the white men in Cambridge didn't want us as girlfriends. They just want to sleep with us. Barbara McLeod, who arrived in Cambridge from Jamaica in the 1950s as a 17-year-old nurse. So she was 17 at the time. So when she turned 20, so she was born in 1943. Okay. Told The Guardian in 1999, they would say, I'm sure you're good in bed because there was the false assumption that black women were sexually vigorous. Oh, she said you are vigorous. You got that wildcat. Let me tame that baby. You can't make this up, man. For real, you can't make this up.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
You can't make it up at all. All right. White men have always had a sexual need for black women, even the white men that are proud to be racist. James Straub Thurman, sir, was born in 1902. He was outspoken to keep racial segregation after his death in 2003. So he died at 100 years old? Yeah, he died at 101 years old. Oh, wow. He lived a long time. Okay, he lived longer than most of the presidents that were here. His biracial daughter, Elise Mae Washington, once broke her silence. She told the story of how her 16-year-old mother, Carrie Butler, was James Truman's housekeeper. At the time, James Truman was 20 years of age when he impregnated his 16-year-old black housekeeper. Truman, sir, never publicized admit he had a black child. In history, many white men who had kids with black women would hide them and give the black mothers money to keep it quiet. This was the case with Truman. Truman paid for all of his black daughter's expense, including her college tuition, to the HBCU, Historical Black College. We all know that. And for many years, Truman fought simultaneously to keep black segregate. He keep the secret of his black daughters. So he goes around, screws black women, busts enough nuts in a lot of black women, impregnate, and they carry his bastard lineage, his legacy, and pay for everything, but still oppress his seeds to say we can't integrate the schools. We gotta keep them segregated because I don't want people to know that I'm in busting and you black. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What a sick bastard. Oh, twisted. Anyhow, very twisted. I was able to talk to a black lady who was in the same or in the what we call adult entertainment business, i.e., sex industry. For 8 years in her young days, she would go by the nickname Delicious. Ooh. She spoke to me about how white men would pay her for a night on the town, i.e., they pay her to, clap her cheeks. She said, when I saw a white mid-aged man approach me, I knew it was payday. I would say 85% of my customers were white men, obviously, because they're going to pay for that box, that kitty cat. Yes, be a tricking mother. You know what I'm saying? Trick. Spend that dough. You know what I'm saying? Take the money and fruit in her face. That's how they move, man. That's how they move. You know what I'm saying? I knew it was. Wait, hold on. I had a few brothers and Mexicans who became my regulars. She continued. Now, all the white men were older. Some were in their mid-20s, or sorry, some of them were in their 20s and just wanted to be with black women. Most of my white customers were married to white women and had white kids, but they would sneak to see me a few times a week. They would talk about how pretty I was. Hey, listen. You know what? You know what I've learned, people? I'm gonna put pause. I've learned that, let's say you're a productive black man. Let's go there, right? You're not gonna get that same treatment. You know why? The reason why is because you're a Negro. Let's say you're in a marriage. They make. As a matter of fact, I'm going to definitely do a show on this. And it's something that has to be examined personally. Oh, damn it. And I mean, examine. I mean, personally. And you gentlemen not going to like this. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Black women are the ones that don't want you to step out. But they should step out. In their mind, they should cheat. You should not. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I'm not sure what mindset a lot of them think like that, but subconsciously in their mind that they should be the ones that go explore and enjoy their sexual fantasies, to be around, engaged in all perverse activities with other men, and then you stay nice and loyal and pay nice or all, some or all the bills while she's still indulged in, other men. That is her vision. That is what she wants to condition the majority of black men. For those that don't know. And I'm just telling you that because that's how things are moving. That's how she moves, and that's how she wants you to be in complacent to that. And I'm only going to tell you this first. So be on the lookout for that. Anyhow, let's see. Let me see where I'm at. The lady formerly known as Licious also shared with me white men love for black women pay her rent for many years, though taking or talking to several black prostitutes. All of them share with me their best customers are white men. Obviously, because they got paid for the box. What do you mean? They're going to be the only customers because they cannot get, well, let me roll that back. Yeah, they can get access to you without no problem. But some of them subconsciously say, you know what, I might not have that, the cojones to get in front and ask you, baby, can you get on your knees and suck my dick? They're not gonna do that. Oh no, not gonna do that. They're gonna have to sit there and just coerce you with, here's some money. You could do this, and then in lowball, some women that's in that field say, sure, daddy. I tell you, it's funny, man. All right, let's see what Nelson writes in her article titled Prostitution, Where Racism and Sexism Intersect, that it has been imposed upon us since the days of slavery, when the master came out to the field and choose whoever black woman he wants to have sex with. Today, middle-class white men from the suburbs drive through the ghettos of America to pick out whoever or whichever black woman or girl they want to have sex with, as its outer cities were their own private plantations. Damn. I gotta read that again because that didn't sit well with me subconscious. Let me go through that again. It has been imposed upon us since the days of slavery, when the master came out to the fields and chose whoever black woman he wants to have sex with. Today's middle-class white men from the suburbs drive through the ghettos of America to pick out whoever black woman or girl they want to have sex with, as if outer cities were their own private plantations. Damn. Kenneth is a dear friend of mine. He is successful black man in like his 50s. Kenneth in his younger years ran the streets of Los Angeles. He shared with me many times when he and his friends were standing on the corner and randomly white men would pull up his car next to them. The white man would ask if the young black girl were were for sale. Kenneth, being young, didn't think twice to help and despise the white man out, or desperately the white man out. I think he pushed him out. I think that's how I say it. Okay. I personally have been to other countries and somehow found my cute little self in many red light districts. Some cities in Europe have a large plantation of African women prostituting. The African girls move to Europe with the dream of a better life and end up jobless. These young girls turn to streets. What surprised me in Western Europe was the black prostitutes were dressed in normal street clothing. I am used to seeing American prostitutes dressed with bras and butt shorts. Okay. It was a surprise to me, not just in Europe, but the other red light district. I have been around the world to see a consistency of white male customers. Most tourists will not notice the exchange between the young black prostitutes and their customers. And they pause right. They won't not distinguish because in their mind they think all, and I mean all, not some, but all black women. All black women are objects for means to a greater end. And that's the honest truth. They view them all as a means to a greater end. Like literally. And because they're thinking, the world is their oyster. They come across you as a black woman, regardless you're wearing a suit or you're wearing casual attire or even wearing a nice little dress. They'll look at you as someone that you're selling your box to them. How much? What is the price? They'll pull out their wallet and try to give you a fistful of cash and say, I'm buying you. I tell you, it's demoralizing. I tell you. All right. I did maybe this is because I'm nosy and also because the girls look like me. In some countries, I have been approached by European men mistaking me for a prostitute. When I spoke with an American accent, they would abort their mission and move to a true local working girl. Oh God, you can't make this shit up, bro. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. Can't make this up.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up. God damn it! You can't make this shit up. God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
You can't make this shit up. He was able and willing to look at you and say, oh, yes, I'm going to pick you. I need this for tonight. As he opens up his wallet and you open him up and don't sound like the foreign girl, they say, oh, this is American. Oh, next girl. He's not even gonna try. He said, "Nah, I'm not gonna pay you for you to suck my nah. Make her find another chick." Damn. Even Mr. Charlie is very picky on the women he wants to interact with. That tells you about black women in America. That speaks volumes, in my opinion. Anyhow, I have seen a white man so happily and without shame walking hand in hand down the streets with young black prostitutes. Yeah. We're very young prostitutes. Okay. The young black female prostitutes had to maintain their act of total submission to keep their European customers happy. I found it fascinating to get in the mind of people who work in prostitution industries. Underworld's jobs are most of the time illegal and looked down on by society. My former interviewing Delicious talks to me about her mental conflict caused from prostitution. I asked her where most of the black prostitutes were nicer to the white clients. Were they nicer to the white clients? She cleared her throat and said yes. Us black girls were nicer to white customers. White men spend more money. Of course they gotta spend money because that's the only thing they're worth and good for. You better spend that money if you want to get this box. You old predator. I asked Delicious, was it hard to sleep with men you don't not know? She explained it to me. She trained herself to not be present when she is being touched by her customers. Oh God. So that means maybe you gotta drink some wine. Yeah, drink some Bacardi. Yeah, drink some that hard liquor. So that way when this man gets on top of you and he, starts pumping, does the sense of, you get the flashbacks or the smell, the odor of this man is so cringy and so filthy that you just have to say and just chuck it up and say, I need to get this money. I need to pay. Well, you're not blowing my back. Let me keep going. Oh man, I'm having fun with this. She said, being a prostitute is not a lifestyle I would ever want a girl to have to do. I would mentally check out so I do not have to think on what the men were doing to me. I would moan to say sexy things, but my mind was thinking about what I was going to do tomorrow. I would think of anything. God damn, Mr. Charles, you're not even hitting it right, man. They figure they make it sound, make you feel like you're doing something, but all in terms of just, making sure you bust and release, and she goes about her day. God damn, that was Steve. All right, let's end that part of this section of the book. The book's called A White Man's Whore by Mimi Alexanders. Very good book. Must pick a book. Must get book. In conclusion, guys. In conclusion, what I lay out, this is confessions. Now, a lot of us are aware of, there has been more bedwenching more than ever in a lot of communities here in the West. And a lot of women are flaunting more non-black men to black men like it's an accomplishment, like it's a flex. I'm telling you, you're not really showing up because most black men, unfortunately, default really don't care. And a lot of now that's really looking into now, looking to say that you're not useful to these group of men besides a quick hate and a lay in the sack. And after they're done, they back on with their communities, probably find their own women. And I find very interesting about all this is that a lot of groups of women are very compliant when their men go out and mess with you. Ain't that something? If you ever think about it, other groups of women don't really care much if their men are having side piece of black women as side pieces or concubines. I'm starting to notice that. I could be wrong, but most of them, they don't really care about much or make a complaint because they did. Most of Mr. Charlie, it'd be hard for him to get away what he's doing, regardless he goes somewhere out in the road or paying for it secretly. A lot of other groups of women are not really scared or mad of what Charlie is doing with you because then he's coming back home to her. And hell, if they're not getting access to Charlie or the other groups of men, most non-black women, you know, Latin women, white women, Latinas that are white mostly, they're gonna go around, take black men, you know, do what they have to do. And after there's a good video, like a woman will say this, okay? And I can't forget about this video. You know, it's good if I find about it. Where is it? She said better than I could say. Where is she? That's it. All right. Is this the one? This is what she say. So this thing loads up.
And then what happens? They're like, fuck it, we're moving on. Snow bunnies are going to clean you right out. So the snow bunnies get on top of things and they mix and they have this beautiful baby, and the process continues. So I do find that black kings often go to black queens first, and then like, snow bunny time. They'll either divorce them, dump them, and then move on, swiftly move on, and they'll feel all cleansed, you know. Right. Anyway, on that note, do you like my nails? They're very Christmassy. It's almost Christmas. Divorce season's round the corner, which means snow bunnies warm in January. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what they do. I end off that note, guys. If you guys enjoyed this show. Oh, one other thing. Like I said, black men are discouraged at the end of the day. It is what it is. No one's saying that, you know, they have to keep the tactics going against you, black men, to convince you not to even think about or go on the other side. Because if you decide to explore that type of options, you might not come back. And when you don't come back, these black women, they're going to have to do two things. Either straighten up and do what's necessary to attain a man, or they're going to engage in licky lady activities, if you know what I mean. And I might do a video on that, maybe. I'm still thinking about that. But if you notice, we had Valentine's Day, I've noticed a lot of women are engaged in a lot of weirdo behaviors with other women, and they creating these things called Galentine's Day. Galentine's Day. Valentine's Day is supposed to be with the opposite sex, not with dealing with your friends or the same sex. But what I know, I'm just saying. But like I said, this is the future for a lot of black women if they don't do what's necessary. That's it. On that note, the links to follow me are below. You can follow me on Twitter at Chaos27. You can add me as a friend on Facebook, Eric Ring on Facebook. You could join my Discord service. You could also follow me on Rumble, CRain23. Oh, Dad told you I got a new video on Rumble. Check it out. It's on Rumble right now. So if you want to know what it is, please follow me on Rumble. In fact, I do this. Cause I always talk about it, but I don't really express it. So in fact, no, screw it. Y'all guys can find all that will be in the description of the video. Follow me on Rumble. CRain23 on Rumble. Also, become a member of the Chaos Reign Show as well. And if you really like the stream, you know what I'm saying, please
My money.
leave a comment, please. I appreciate it. And, you know, donation is always open. But other than that, thank y'all for watching today's stream. Looking forward to hearing y'all in the comment section of this one. And please be respectful in the comment section for this one. I don't want to be nasty. I just don't want to be, but it might come to that. Who knows? Until next time, the Chaos Reign.
Chaos.
They like the chaos.
They like chaos. So when you're able to
Chaos.
let that chaos reign with,
Chaos.
let that chaos reign with,
Chaos.
let that chaos reign with,
Must reign.